Hey guys, in this video, I'm going to be going over a strong competitive moveset build that you can teach Groudon in the 3rd generation Pokemon games, whether these moves are learned through leveling up or TM, and how you can access these moves. I'll also be touching on the ability, nature, as well as item that you might want to have on your Groudon. This is one of the legendaries in the 3rd gen games, a very powerful option that you can have in your team. Groudon is a ground type, leaving it immune to electric, resisting poison and rock, and then weak to grass, ice, and water. Its ability is Drought. On switch in, this Pokemon summons Sunny Day, and this is going to boost the power of fire-type moves as well as having some other effects. Now, Groudon, in terms of the stats, really nice here. Its attack stat is all the way up there at 150, defense at 140, and then HP and special attack each at 100, special defense and speed each at 90. And I like going with the Swords Dance build on your Groudon, boosting up that attack stat even higher than the already very high 150 number that it brings to the table. There are some other build paths that you can go down. I'll link this article down in the description if you'd like to check those out for yourself. I'm going to start by going over where you can access these moves or whether they're learned through leveling up, and then I'll touch on the item as well as some nature options that you can go with. So move number 1, we have Swords Dance, raises the user's attack by 2. And Swords Dance can be learned from the Move Tutor in Emerald version. It's at the Battle Frontier Move Tutor. It's going to be from the Move Tutor that is on the left, and this can be purchased for 48 battle points. Move number 2, Earthquake, hits adjacent Pokemon, and the power doubles on Dig. It is a ground type move, meaning you're getting that same type attack bonus, physical type attack, 100 power, 100 accuracy, really going to be dealing out a lot of damage with Earthquake, and this is learned through leveling up. Groudon picks that up at level 35. And then move number 3, it gives a couple of different hidden power options, being Hidden Power Ghost and Hidden Power Bug, to give you some better coverage. Now, it can be tricky to get the right kind of hidden power that you're looking for. And if you don't want to deal with that, you could always just slide in something like a Rock Slide into this move 3, and then having your fire type attack here in move number 4. But if you do want to go with hidden power, I'll link an article down in the description that shows you how to calculate how hidden power works in the 3rd generation games onward. And Hidden Power can be purchased over at Slate Port City. It's located in this region of the Hoenn map, and it can be purchased from the TM shop in Slate Port. It's going to be TM10. Hidden Power can be picked up for 3,000. And like I was saying, if you didn't want to go in the Hidden Power direction, you could also slide in something like a Rock Slide, 30% chance to make the foes flinch, a Rock-type move, physical, 75 power, 90 accuracy. And this can also be picked up from a Move Tutor over at the Battle Frontier Move Tutors, and this one is going to be 48 battle points picked up from the left tutor. And then move number 4, we're going to slot in a fire-type move such as Overheat. I'm going to give you a couple of other options that you can go with if you didn't want to use Overheat. The downside to Overheat is that it lowers the user's special attack by 2, but it has a really strong first strike. The power is 140, 90% accurate. And Overheat is going to be TM50, and it's picked up as a prize for defeating the gym leader Flannery. Now, there's a couple of other fire-type moves that are very powerful that Groudon learns through leveling up. Fire Blast is learned at level 45. You could go with this one instead of Overheat. Its power is a little less than Overheat, but you aren't going to get that reduction in your special attack after using it the first time. It also has slightly less accuracy, but there also is a benefit here to Fire Blast where it causes a 10% chance to burn the target. And then Eruption is learned at level 75, and this has 150 power, and it's the most accurate out of these moves with 100 accuracy. But the downside to Eruption is that the base power is going to decrease as your Groudon reduces its health. So if you're at full health and you throw out an Eruption, it has that 150 power. But after that point in time, it's going to be 150 times your current HP divided by your max HP. And if it were me, I'd probably slightly side with Overheat over the second choice where I would go with Fire Blast. But there's an argument that you could go with either of these. It kind of just depends on what you're looking for. If you think your Groudon is going to be using multiple fire attacks in the course of your competitive battle with him out there on the field, then Fire Blast definitely has the advantage in that situation. But I feel like what we're trying to do with Groudon here is boost up your already very high attack stat with Swords Dance, and then sweep through the opposition with physical moves like Earthquake, Rock Slide, or one of the hidden powers. And in general, we're not going to be looking to use a ton of the fire-type attacks in this build that's trying to boost up our attack stats, so that's probably why I'd go with the one-hit wonder of Overheat over the slightly less powerful on that first hit Fire Blast option. And then the item we have Leftovers, and at the end of every turn, the holder restores 1/16 of its max HP, and this item can be picked up in a couple of different ways. Leftovers can be grabbed on the SS title in Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald in the storage room in one of the waste bins, or at the Battle Tower in Ruby, Sapphire. It's a random prize with a streak of 35 or more, or an Emerald version at the Battle Frontier for 48 battle points. And then the nature is probably going to be something like an Adamant or a Jolly. The Adamant is going to increase your attack stat, reduce your special attack. And again, since this build, we're trying to prioritize making that attack stat very strong to sweep through the opposition. That's why Adamant can make some sense, even with reducing your special attack, which is going to make your fire type move not hit quite as hard. But you are offsetting that with Drought, which is going to increase the power of your fire type moves. And then also Jolly if you'd rather increase your speed while sacrificing that special attack stat. And if you'd like to check out all of the different natures, I'll link this chart down in the description if you'd like to check it out for yourself. And that's going to wrap this one up. So I appreciate you guys stopping by. Consider subscribing for the YouTube channel, and I'll catch you back here next time.